Bassirou Diomaye, elected as Senegal's president in 2024, has already garnered significant attention for his leadership style, innovative policy approaches, and commitment to socio-economic development. Despite his relatively short tenure, his presidency is being hailed as one of the most promising in Africa, and many believe that Faye is positioning himself as one of the continent's best leaders. Several factors contribute to this perspective, including his youth, visionary ideas, anti-corruption stance, and prioritization of sustainable development. At just 39 years old, Bassirou Diomaye is one of Africa's youngest democratically elected presidents. His rise to power represents a generational shift in Senegalese politics, which has traditionally been dominated by older leaders. This youth factor places him in a unique position to connect with the majority of Senegal's population, which, like much of Africa, is composed predominantly of young people. His policies have been crafted with an understanding of the needs and aspirations of the youth, who face issues such as unemployment and a lack of opportunities. Faye's victory in Senegal's March 2024 presidential election was a resounding one, with the opposition politicians securing an absolute majority. This strong mandate gives him the political capital to enact significant reforms and advance a progressive agenda. His election followed a tumultuous period in Senegal's political landscape, but the peaceful transfer of power highlighted the resilience of the country's democratic institutions. This bolstered Faye's legitimacy and demonstrated that Senegal remains a beacon of democracy in West Africa. Faye's election also signals a new era of leadership for Senegal. As an opposition figure, he ran on a platform that promised radical political reforms, more sovereignty, and shift in how Senegal engages with its international partners. His call for political system changes has resonated deeply with many citizens, particularly those dissatisfied with the status quo. One of Faye's core campaign promises was to tackle corruption, which remains a significant issue in many African nations. Corruption has often stifled development, created inequality, and fostered distrust between governments and their people. By making anti-corruption measures a central part of his platform, Faye signaled his commitment to good governance and transparency. His administration has already begun working on initiatives aimed at increasing accountability within the government and reducing opportunities for graft. Faye has pushed for reforms that promote transparency in public office, strengthen anti-corruption agencies, and impose harsher penalties on corrupt officials. These measures aim to restore trust in government institutions. Faye's vision for Senegal extends far beyond immediate political reforms. He has made it clear that achieving sustainable development, in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, is a priority for his government. His administration is focusing on 5 major development projects aimed at tackling poverty, improving healthcare and education, promoting economic growth, addressing climate change, and enhancing infrastructure. By prioritizing these areas, Faye has demonstrated an understanding of the interconnected challenges that Senegal faces. For example, addressing poverty will require not just economic growth but also improvements in education and healthcare. Similarly, tackling climate change will be essential for safeguarding Senegal's future, especially given the country's vulnerability to rising sea levels and other climate-related risks. Faye's comprehensive approach to development is a key reason why he is considered one of Africa's most forward-thinking leaders. As a key player in the economic community of West African states, ECOWAS, Senegal under Faye's leadership is expected to play a more prominent role in promoting peace, security, and economic integration in West Africa. Faye has already signaled his willingness to collaborate with neighboring countries on issues such as regional security, trade, and infrastructure development. Faye's foreign policy is rooted in the belief that Africa's future lies in greater cooperation and unity. He has called for new partnerships that prioritize Africa's sovereignty and reduce dependency on foreign aid. By advocating for African solutions to African problems, Faye is positioning Senegal As a leader in the push for a more self-reliant and interconnected continent, Faye's economic policies have also set him apart as one of Africa's most promising leaders. He has emphasized the need for structural economic reforms that will diversify Senegal's economy and reduce its dependence on foreign investment. His administration is exploring new opportunities in sectors such as technology, renewable energy, and agriculture. Faye has also advocated for greater support for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, which are crucial for job creation and economic growth. His government's emphasis on economic self-sufficiency aligns with his broader vision for Senegal's sovereignty. By reducing reliance on foreign aid and investment, Faye aims to create a more resilient and self-sustaining economy. This approach has the potential to significantly improve Senegal's long-term economic prospects. Faye has also prioritized human rights and social justice in his agenda. He has expressed a commitment to improving the rights and conditions of marginalized groups, including women and ethnic minorities. His government has already begun working on policies aimed at promoting gender equality, protecting the rights of workers, and ensuring that all citizens have access to basic services such as healthcare, education, and clean water. By focusing on social justice, Faye is working to build a more inclusive and equitable society. This focus on human rights is a crucial aspect of his leadership and a key reason why many believe he has the potential to be one of Africa's best presidents. Faye's administration has placed significant emphasis on improving the education system and fostering innovation. Recognizing that education is key to unlocking the country's potential, Faye has committed to reforming the sector by increasing access to quality education, especially for girls and children in rural areas. His government is also working to modernize the curriculum to better prepare students for the challenges of the 21st century, with a focus on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. In addition to education reforms, Faye is promoting innovation as a driver of economic growth. He has expressed support for the development of a robust technology sector in Senegal, which he believes will play a critical role in creating jobs and improving the country's competitiveness on the global stage. By focusing on education and innovation, Faye is ensuring that Senegal's young population will be equipped to lead the country into the future. Bassirou Diomaye Faye's leadership is a breath of fresh air not only for Senegal but for Africa as a whole. His youth, progressive policies, and commitment to transparency, sustainable development, and regional cooperation make him a standout figure among the continent's leaders. While his presidency is still in its early stages, the bold steps he has taken so far suggest that he has the potential to leave a lasting impact on Senegal and serve as a model for other African leaders. Faye's ability to connect with Senegal's young population, his focus on economic diversification, and his dedication to improving governance and social justice are just some of the reasons why many believe he is one of the best presidents in Africa today. As his presidency progresses, it will be exciting to see how his leadership continues to shape the future of Senegal and the broader region.